Okay, so we are 3:15 p.m. on Friday, March 15th, 2024. I did a couple of clips yesterday. What was I talking about? The clips are not uploaded, they're just for backup when I upload them several months. So I've always alternate between lives on the proper appropriate date, and then when I do other clips, depending where I am, um, I mention the date in it. So I don't know. It's for my reference at least, but I don't know how good a reference it is. So a lot of the clips are scattered. But anyways, I'm finally getting ready to go. I'm not going to the gym today because I went to bed like between 2 and 3. It's like I gotta go teach tomorrow, and I gotta wake up at 4 tomorrow morning. I'm gonna be so screwed up. But the reason I went to bed so late was because I was working on my taxes. I said, okay, I'm on the final sprint for the halfway mark, which was two big Excel sheets for the gym that I owned, and I was on my way. I was like, and but on the second one, the 2018 one, the numbers didn't match by like under $100, and I'm like, how's that possible? Well, I know how it's well. I have one column, and you just do a summation of that column, and it gives the right number. But to get it with every category, you have to kind of count them out. And if I have like one had 405 different values, and I could be off by counting it wrong or whatever. And then I tried, just typing in the cell, you know, for, I think I have 11 categories, and it was off. And I'm like, where's it off? I found some parts which, I see what shouldn't be in there, but it never got too perfect. And then the 2017 one did, because it was only for 6 months. So I guess it was easier because it was smaller and less stuff in it. So then I was like, how am I going to do this? There's a way to kind of like, just instead of typing out the cells, just click on them, you know. Anyways, that's what kept me up. I was at like a fury trying to do it. I'm like, I gotta do this. This is you know, and I'm rarely like that. So then I managed to get to sleep. I woke up at 9. I said I'm going to get up anyways. And because I still have to go get the printouts of the exams for tomorrow. Because when I went to Staples, no one's there to help. It's really bad, this particular one. Understaffed, But anyways, this is attempt number 2 to do it. So anyways, then I got up and I'm like, how am I going to do this? And I couldn't find the video that I had seen last week about selecting different cells randomly, and I couldn't find it. But I finally worded a Google search that, okay, use the clipboard. And I didn't realize you could put a whole lot of stuff on the clipboard and then just copy it. Okay, so I was like, that would be faster, Control C over the different ones. But then the clipboard, like sometimes it doesn't go on. You have to really watch it, and sometimes it depending on how much memory you have in your computer. My computer is like, it's dragging, and I had to really do a few over and over again this morning. And finally, it got to the point where the problem parts, they ended up being the same. And what the last thing I had to do was like, did I put this number in? Because sometimes I have to kind of, when I transfer from the clipboard, I have to verify it, and then I'm like, wait, this number didn't go through. Then I have to remember and add it on at the end. And finally, it just seemed that all the numbers were the same. And then I'm gonna stick with that. I've been working on this too long, and it's not that big a deal. I'm just going to use the numbers for each category that I had. I'm not going to cross-reference it. It's not that big a deal if it's under $100, like $70 or something like that. It just isn't working out. So that's where my perfectionism kicked in, and then I finally, I gave it a go, and it didn't work. So I finally kept the numbers I had, kept the totals I have, used that. And that's it. So I'm going to leave that for the weekend because I have an audition for theater school. And I'm like, oh no, not another thing. I have to go with that. And I have doctor's appointment. I have a lot of things, so I'm glad I was able to punch this through. I have my CPR course tomorrow to teach, well, first aid course. And I didn't even look at all the slides to see what things does my teacher have, does my boss have. I messaged him to see if there's TV screens are okay, and it's like, I'm just going to deal with it when I get there. I got what I can get, and if there's not things that he doesn't have, certain bandages or whatever, I'll ad-lib it like I usually do. I'm doing the best I can. But the taxes are the most important. So beginning next week, I'm going to have to start on the personal part, which I already have. I just got to put it in the categories and then align it with the other tables because they shift, and do that. But I have to send a message that I'm at the halfway point, that I'm almost done. Then I'm going to get an appointment with the accountant and pay them money and deal with that part. And of course I have until 2024 to do I have the rest of them to do, but at least I got the two major ones, and that's the goal. But after I've seen, I have an audition, but I have to finish this taxes, so it's like it's gonna be tough. But I like the fact that I was able to concentrate on just the taxes. Took a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, I don't know, but I did the halfway mark, and it was really hard. And it seems to be working for me, just focusing on one thing like that. I did that with the first aid the CPR certification, and she didn't come back to me to teach for another association. But, yeah. All right.